Okay, Firebird fans, I drilled and pinned my power steering pulley. I've never done this before. It should do the trick. I mean, all it was doing was walking backward, and this should keep it from walking anywhere. I had to use some carbide drill bits for my master car. I started with a short one, which cut through it like nothing. And I had to finish up this long guy, which doesn't drill as well as this one, but once you break the surface hardening, it zips right through it. There was 2 bits, and I took the tip off the other one. It fell on the floor, so I'll take it out. There's right there. You can just see it on the car, but it's, yeah, they're long. They're like 3 inches, 4 inches long. So you need something longer to get through the pulley and clear. You need something long to drill through the pulley at the distance you need to clear the sheave of the pulley, you know, for the belt, the groove. So that was tricky. You know, this one will get you started, but then you, oh my God, I can't fucking talk today. This one will get you started, but then the snout of the drill chuck hits the pulley groove, so it starts to cock the bit. So you need to get creative and get a long one like that, or a drill extension, which they make. I just don't happen to have one for an 1/8 inch drill. So there you go. It's an 1/8 inch hole. It's an 1/8 inch pin, which is like 130, 135 thousandths OD. It went in nice and tight, so that should do the trick. But we'll find out, won't we? All right, Firebird fans, the day we waited for is here. I'm going on the road test with it, the first road test. It's got about 50 pounds of oil pressure at hot idle. It's running just under 180, 175-ish. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a couple of blocks from my shop because I don't want my first disaster to be recorded. Plus, I want to have all hands on deck, not one hand holding the phone. So it runs and drives great. It's smooth and quiet. It's got that drone at idle, and you can hear it. A real low pitch, down on the balls kind of growl. But as soon as you give it gas, it goes away. The rest of the ride, it is so smooth and quiet, it's unbelievable. Let's go for a quick buzz and see what we get. The second gear, third gear. It still shifts hard, but nowhere near like it did. It was obnoxious before. So right there, I'm in 4th gear at 35 miles an hour. The 6-cylinder would not have liked that. Trust me, it would not have liked that. It would lug like crazy, so I had to have it in 3rd all the time. Right now I'm in 4th gear, converter locked at 31 miles an hour, 32 miles an hour, at 1400 RPM, 1200 RPM. I can't really see it and drive and record. And here's my disclaimer: don't do this shit in your own cars. It can be dangerous. I'm a trained professional on a restricted road course, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's just, I mean, it's so quiet in here. It's great. I love it. You know, oil pressure is up around 60 when you're on the road. You know, I'm not beating on it. I'm breaking the motor in. It's only got 3 miles on it. But it runs and drives really well. I'm really excited so far. This is probably the nicest combination I've had in here yet. No offense to my 6-cylinder friend, Dave. Yeah, the 6 was smooth and quiet too. But as soon as you push the gas down, the fun was over. It was like struggling a little, you know, to move this thing. Not that this car is heavy. It's definitely a lighter Firebird because it has no options and it has a manual top. But the V8 just, it's effortless. I mean, it's like an electric motor. It's just so smooth and lovely. So I'm just gonna drive back to my shop and see what happens. Hopefully nothing happens. Nothing but smiles. So far I like it. It's running, again, 175, I'll call that, 170. It's between 160 and 180 or whatever that notch is. It's under 180, that's all I care about. Oil pressure just knocked down to 45-ish, which is fine. I mean, 2 things I never thought I'd say in my life. It shifts too hard and the oil pressure is too high. So the oil pressure is coming down. I mean, I knew a kid one time who put this massive spring in his oil pump and it had over 100 pounds of oil pressure. He used to blow the filter apart. I don't want that. The 2nd gear. I mean, you hear it? All you can hear is the fan. And it's a clutch fan too. It's just hard to believe it's so quiet in here. I'll shut up so you can see what I mean. 4th gear. I love 4th gear. It just pulls the car forward, you know, like a rubber band is just pulling you forward. I don't know how many laws I'm breaking right now doing this, but I mean, I'm not looking in the viewfinder, really. I'm not distracted. I mean, I'm watching the road. Trying to be a good citizen.
spins the tires. I tried it already. Oh yeah, like nothing. I mean, today's not a super fair test because it had sprinkled this morning, so the ground might be a little dewy here and there. But I mean, come on, it's a V8. It's gonna spin the tires. It's got 373s and a 274 first gear. Of course, it's gonna spin the tires. A friend of mine has one of these motors in a wagon, a G-body wagon with 373s and a turbo 350. It's just a stock 403 with a little Edelbrock 204, 214 cam. And he said it fries the tires. So there's no reason my car shouldn't. I would wager mine is less weight than his wagon. And mine has those cockamamie header and the intake, which probably isn't worth anything, but it's got a bigger cam, but whatever the case. Mine should be as good as his, if not better. So, plus his is a hack motor. Mine at least has new rings. New rings and bearings and shit. His, oh boy, it's... Alright, coming up with a stop sign. Let's see if we can get the tires to brake in second gear if I take off a little gusto. God, it's so smooth and quiet. It's unbelievable. Don't cut me off, truck. Oof. Yeah, just pitched it a little bit sideways. It actually didn't catch first gear. It took off in second. That was 2 to 3. It's just hard on the 2 3, 1 2 and 2 3. Not like it did. It was dangerously hard before. I know it's going to break something. That's why I had to change that check ball. But I'm pretty happy with how it shifts now. It's firmer than stock, but not suicidally firm, if that makes sense. Got a cool view over the hood scoops and the tack. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Pontiac had it all together in the 60s. So far, I like my 403. It's unimpressive on paper, but in the car, it's working, so. I really didn't want any radical motor, you know? I want something super easy. Something like just change the oil once in a while and just drive it. Car shows or wherever, just do errands. Definitely has more torque than the 6-cylinder, that's for goddamn sure. Again, no offense, Dave. It's got 2 extra cylinders, so it should. Nice firm shifts. 3/4 is nice and smooth like you want it. I don't want a harsh 3/4. There's no reason for it. I'm gonna go to the gas station and get some fuel because this thing is on 1/4 of a tank. I don't know how accurate it is, and I really don't feel like walking today. I feel like not walking any day, honestly, because I'm a lazy fat guy. But, let me get over, get around this clown. I mean, this is great. It's great. If it stays like this, I'll be a happy camper. Cross over one more time because I gotta get gas. This thing runs really well. Alright, I'm going to sign off here because the gas station's right up ahead. My shop's right over there, so. If nothing goes to shit, I'll call this one a success. So thanks for watching. Hope your projects are going well. And I will talk to you later.